We are live, fellas.
Right on, right on. What episode, guys?
16.
Episode number motherfucking 16. Oh, man. Yeah. Sorry about the delay tonight, guys. I know you all were waiting patiently, chomping at the bit for this content. Yeah, so
That fucking 80-year-old dude, man, that was so funny.
what 80-year-old dude?
The one singing Drowning Pool.
Oh. Yeah, sorry about the intro. We couldn't play any music this week. I don't know if anybody likes that or cares for it or whatever anyway, but I just like to put a little bit of content from the band we're interviewing before we play, or play it before we interview. So, yeah, we're kind of all over the place this week. We apologize.
After this election.
Americans, all these deplorables.
I'll be right back.
All right. So, what's been going on with you this week, Dylan?
I had all kinds of stuff to talk about, and then I completely went blank, like as soon as you asked me. But nothing has gone on except the guy singing Drowning Pool.
Britain's Got Talent.
Right, I'm telling you, like when I have nothing to do, I will sit there. Like I'll watch, like, it says, like, watch this amazing audition. And then it stops, and then the next one shows up, and then you just keep seeing all this crazy shit. It's addicting. I can't stop watching them. I'm addicted to America's Got Britain. Britain's Got Talent.
So, you just worked this week, Josh? Anything interesting happen on your end? No?
No. I just worked like a bitch. 52 hours this week, man.
I remember my first job.
Oh, get out of here. I've been working since I was 16, bro.
52 hours in the air conditioning.
I got 40 hours of unemployment.
Fuck.
And my fucking food stamps came in, so I got $200 of food stamps too.
How does unemployment work? They pay a percentage of what you used to make, or?
Yeah, 66% or something like that of what you used to make. But I gotta say, it's kind of interesting that when Obama was in office, it was so hard for me to get food stamps. Like, so fucking hard for me to get food stamps. The day Trump is announced, I get $200 and workers' comp.
Yeah, but Obama's still president, bro.
I know, but I'm saying, is it like a coincidence, or is it just?
Yes, it is.
Good timing. I mean, come on.
It's probably because you actually rent a house now.
Well, wouldn't you think when I was putting homeless that they would give me more food stamps? When I was living in my car, when I was working and living in my car, like every scenario I've applied for food stamps in every scenario that I've lived in, and for the last 6 months they wouldn't give them to me for anything. Like they were just like nope, and then they finally approved me for $16, and I was like, well, I can get like I've applied sodas or something, and then that's when the workers' comp shit happened. So I reported that I lost my income or whatever, and now I get $200. So, but enough of that. I don't care about that. People don't need to know about how
make Nicholas great again.
How the government supports me. But anyway,
hey, at least you can pass piss test now.
Yeah. Well, I went to the fucking Dillinger show. That fucking amazing, dude. Like, I will say that St. Pete has died down a lot. There literally was like nobody was really getting into it until like the last 3 songs. Like every band that played was decent except for I think it was like Oh Bother or something. They were just like not heavy at all. But the other dudes were sick. Cult Leader was sick. I actually picked up one of their shirts because Dillinger only had medium and small shirts, and I was like, "The fuck's this about?" Like fat people.
Story of my life.
Yeah, so they didn't even have a large, bro. Like they had nothing. So I was like bummed about that, but I got an enamel pin because me and the old lady collect pins. So I picked up one of their pins and I got the cult leader shirt. So got the merch or whatever. During the show, like nobody was really going crazy, like I said, to the last song until homie jumped off the fucking like tallest speaker in the State Theater. And then everybody was like, oh shit, we're at a show, and like woke the fuck up. But I did see this one fucking guy, like he climbed on top of the crowd, like crowd surfing, but then he managed to like get to his feet while he was on top of everybody else. And like obviously, like if you like lift yourself off of them while they're holding you, they have to put their hands to cover a surface area. So like was covered. They were like holding him by his feet like a cheerleader almost. And this fucking dude did a fucking backflip while he was like on top of all these people. It was fucking one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. But I was DD for my friend Brandon, my old buddy, and he got fucking absolutely trashed because he doesn't drink at all anymore, and he doesn't smoke or drink or anything. And we get there, or he had lunch with his mom or something, so he had like 4 or 5 beers before he got there. Like his mom was like forcing him to drink with him. And he gets here and he's already drunk, and he's just like, man, I kind of feel bad because like you're sober or whatever. And I hadn't got my check, so I was broke. And he's just like, he was buying me non-alcoholic beers all night. And he's just like, you want another not beer? Here, have another not beer. So he got fucking trashed. And afterwards we went out to this like cafe thing that's over here.
The Not Bar.
And is Dylan's video not on the live? Because I'm not seeing it on my live.
No, it's you're talking.
Yeah, like it'll like if somebody's talking, and like let's say Dylan hasn't said anything in a while, it'll kind of like shrink his video down and like maximize yours because like you're like the center of the conversation pretty much, right? And right. It I don't know, I just noticed it was doing that, but it wasn't doing that before, so maybe there's like some kind of fucking update that Skype did or something.
It looks professional.
Yeah, it does. I kind of like how it's doing that.
I used to think you were doing it until I realized you weren't doing it.
Well, before in other videos, I would do it sometimes.
Oh, I gotcha.
Like, we'd have the band on, and, like, there'd be 4 motherfuckers on a tiny-ass little window, and I'm like, all right, let's maximize these guys, you know? But, yeah, now it's just doing it by itself.
So we were eating at this fucking restaurant, and he was fucking trashed, and he didn't know what the fuck he wanted to eat. So he's like, I want a Reuben, and I also want chicken and waffles. So he like ordered a Reuben and chicken waffles, and then I was like, well, I want a Monte Cristo. And he's like, what, to have Monte Cristos? And he was just like, I want you to take my Reuben and make a Monte Cristo, but throw the bread away off the Reuben and put it all together on one sandwich. So it was like a Reuben, Monte Cristo, and chicken and waffles. And then when it got to the table, he just put it all inside the waffles and just put syrup all over it and ate it with his fucking hands like an animal. And then he got home and threw up. So
yeah,
don't really miss those days, but I had a lot of fun. It was cool, dude.
A Monty Reuben.
Yeah, it was pretty dank though. I imagine. I didn't try it.
Cool story.
Yeah, we've been keeping these guys waiting for a while, so I think we should jump on getting a hold of them. So, do I just drag them into this call?
Yeah. Any comments on the election? Where would you do that?
On the election?
Did you expect what was, the results?
Is this the first podcast as Trump is president?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
daylight savings,
not really, but president-elect.
Yeah. Daylight savings and President-elect Trump. What's funny is the people that voted for him are surprised that he actually won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I find funny.
I mean, it's kind of... I think shit would be a lot worse if Hillary was elected, because Trump protesters are out of their fucking mind. And these Hillary protesters are like all a bunch of fucking Democrats that just, are a bunch of pussies, basically.
Their feelings are hurt.
Josh.
Ah, dude.
Josh.
Tired, bro. So tired.
I did see a fucking high school that was like...
They did a walkout, didn't they?
Yeah, they did a walkout, and they were chanting "Pussy grabs back." It was a bunch of like fucking preteens chanting "pussy grabs back."
These protests are so pointless.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I understand you're unhappy, but if like if somebody won the fucking Super Bowl, are you protesting? Is that going to change?
Usually the people who win the Super Bowl go and fucking riot though, so it's kind of opposite. Yeah.
I mean, that's like a happy riot.
Yeah,
you know?
Which is funny. Happy riot.
I think that, in my opinion, just because I want to watch the world burn. You know, I want to see shit unravel. I think the Trump supporters should go out to the protests and stir some shit up. But they're all just sitting at home smug, polishing their rifles.
Listen, just because you get fucking $200 in food stamps doesn't mean you can start putting everybody else down.
Oh man,
good talk.
Good talk.
What about your perspective on it, Josh? Me and Josh stayed up and watched the election, or watched the.
I was fucking bursting out laughing. Shit. I was bursting out laughing when fucking they announced that he won, because like everybody was just so shocked on CNN, dude. It was fucking hilarious, dude. It was like a big fuck you to like mainstream media, dude. I was kind of happy because they fucking lost. All the shit they were talking like months and months and months, they fucking lost. And as much as I don't like Trump, like that shit is so satisfying, dude. Like it was bittersweet. It was so funny, dude.
The link to the live or whatever, and it was just all these old fucks on talking so much shit about Trump, and then he was elected, and afterward they're all like, oh, they like humanized Trump. It was so fucking weird. They're like, well, I think he's gonna do a good job. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It was so fucking funny. And the best part out of all of it, because you guys understand my stance on like feminism and shit like that. Like, I do agree with equality. I think everybody should be equal. I don't give a fuck about color or race or sex, or if you sexually identify as a fucking helicopter for all. Like, I don't give about any of that. That's all your fucking business. But I will say, it warmed my heart to see the live video from Hillary Central.
Like, of all the women crying.
All the feminists just crying their eyes out. Like, they were so upset. And it's stupid. It's fucking stupid because Trump really can't do anything. He can try to do whatever he wants, but I mean, what the fuck can he really do? I mean, yes, the Republicans did win, like, everything. Like,
yeah, kind of sucks.
You know, but
that part kind of sucks.
I mean, I don't really disagree with Republican views all the time. I mean, I know
not
that
all the time. No, it's just like they
don't have my back personally because I'm poor and I live with the government.
Probably the main thing I don't like about the Republican ideals is like they're so like entrenched in this religion. You know, like the religion is the big thing about Republicans. You know, I would probably be Republican if it wasn't for that. Like, they're so like, oh, you know, they're Bible thumpers. You know, I know that Republicans aren't racist, you know, as much as people like to say that, you know what I mean? It's just like, no, that's not the way it is. But I would love smaller government, you know what I mean? Like, government needs to keep the fuck out of our lives as much as they can, you know, which is more of a Republican idea. And I do think there shouldn't be a big government. There should be more rights for the states. So that's kind of a Republican ideal.
I think the states should be like self-ran, you know what I mean?
They should pump money more into the states to take care of themselves.
It's a lot easier to leave a state than it is to leave a country.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like North Carolina doesn't like have segregated bathrooms or reserved bathrooms for like trans people or whatever that fucking situation was. And I was like, well, you could always just move out of fucking the state, you know?
Yeah.
Like that was everybody's go-to, like gay marriage. Like they just went to Massachusetts to get married. Big deal, you know? Like it wasn't that big of a deal.
But everybody is
work around the laws.
Everybody's acting like we fucking elected Clayton Bigsby to fucking.
Everybody's acting like we elected Hitler, which is like extreme. Like, yeah, it's like calm down.
I mean, the first thing Trump did when he got elected is he went up there and he's like, "I'm gonna support the lesbian and gay community. He's like, if you didn't support me, I want to earn your support. Like, I'm your president now. Like, that's something you gotta just swallow and deal with, I guess. But
Yeah,
I did see somebody
thing
on
about
Facebook.
Trump, man, he'll just say whatever he wants to, like to whoever is around him and tells him to do, like, oh, this is what you should do, then he'll probably do it. You know what I mean? So like,
His whole
he's
speech
so
was just like, "Oh, this is my buddy over here. He's a tremendous guy.
yeah,
Tremendous guy. This guy. Come on up here. Come on up here. Where's Rudy Giuliani? He's a tremendous guy. Tremendous. This guy right here is tremendous." Like that was his entire thank you speech.
Yep.
And then he didn't even thank his vice president.
Yeah.
At all. He's standing right next to him. But who gives a fuck about any of this? It's all stupid. I really don't fucking care. Let's talk about the important issues, which is impulsive disgorgence. Because that band is sick. They're from Florida. And I had talked to them for 2 seconds to test their video, and they both seem like really nice guys. I met them before at a show, but when I just talked to them, they're like, hey, you're the guy who got engaged. Congratulations, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, wow, thank you. I was like, how'd you know that? And they're like, oh, we watched the Tower of Rome interview, and you guys did an awesome job, and da-da-da-da. So,
cool.
Seem like really, really cool dudes. So, yeah, I'm going to drag them into this call. We're going to get this started. And then...
Look at Nick taking charge.
You guys can
a small step at a time.
Yeah, I'm operating the Skype this week, so
if anybody calls in, it'll pop up in your face, and then like you could either hang up and decline them, and then it'll be like in recents, and then then you could drag them in, or you could just answer it, and it'll put all of us on hold, and then you'll be talking just to them. And then you could hang up on me and Dylan and then just add them to your new call. So that's usually what I do.
All right. Well,
WWJD.
Yeah.
What would Josh do?
It's really just a pain that you can't just add them to the call immediately. Like Skype.
Maybe you can with this new update.
Yeah, seriously, that's what I'm about to say.
Go ahead and if you guys want, if you have questions for the band, if you want to talk, jump in or weigh in on any of these topics or whatever you want to talk about. The number will be flashing at the bottom of the screen, but if you can't catch it fast enough,
727-369-6924.
There you go. 6969 Jeff Gordon. So it's 727 St. Pete area code. Dale Earnhardt 3 6969 Jeff Gordon. So just remember Dale Earnhardt 69 is Jeff Gordon. Boom. That's our phone number. That's fucking NASCAR blasphemy right there. But okay, I'm gonna toss a old Bart Seltzer into the call.
What?
Didn't work. I'll just do this.
You're working with a trackpad over there.
Yeah.
I'm glad they watched the Tower of Rome, so they kind of held us to a higher standard, huh?
Yeah.
They know what to expect.
Malfunction.
So while Nick is getting these guys set up, I actually went over and saw Nicholas today to go visit him.
Yeah.
Nothing was accomplished. Just a visit.
Fix his car?
No. I know that if you pop the hood and fucking stand there and look like you're doing something, the entire fucking neighborhood shows up. And they're like, oh, your wires are too skinny from here. Well, there's your problem. Your goddamn flux capacitor.
That's seriously the truth, though. You got your hood popped, and, like, they're bound to have at least one person be like, oh, it's probably this. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ashley was in the front yard breastfeeding, and fucking crackheads are walking across the street like, hey, I'm Billy. I'm the new neighbor. If you need some tools, let me know. I'm just like, get the fuck out of here.
These guys around here are something else. All right,
it was a nice neighborhood, though.
It won't let me drag anything from my recents. Yeah, he is now. I got him. All right.
You just hacked him.
I hacked him.
Misfits.
Hey guys, you there?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Go ahead and click your video button.
Damn. All right, we on there, dude?
Yeah, you guys are live. How you guys doing?
Oh.
So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
How you doing? My name's Jeff. I play guitar, and this is actually Bart. He did not play an Implosive. He's filling in for Matt, our vocalist. He thought sleep was too important to do this. So he's gonna sit in and hang out with us and chat it up.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yes. What's up, man?
What's up?
Back to the MySpace era. He's actually he's done graphic design for us for Implosive, and as well as a couple other bands.
I don't know if you could say that. This album, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he helped out a lot with that aspect.
He did the graphics for Worry.
Or what was that?
Corey?
Worry?
Yes, for Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what he was saying. It sounded like graphics for cool.
Yeah, came across the new Metallica actually.
Yeah, so we're like super excited, like
kind of ruining it for ourselves a little bit. I wanted to hear it on release day, but tempted, so we started scrolling through it and checking it out.
Right on. So I personally am still friends with you guys on MySpace right now from probably shit. How long ago did you guys say you started playing together?
The first inception of like Implosive probably began probably like 2003. It was loose. I think there was still like a member or two fluctuating. I wasn't even in the original lineup, but I'd say about 2004 is when we really started kind of practicing and made it more of a thing. So yeah. I'd say 2004 is when we got going.
Yeah, I would say it was around that time. I don't even fucking know when I switched from MySpace or whatever. But all I know is when I stumbled across you guys, I was just absolutely fucking mind blown on, well, first of all, vocals. Like, I myself am a vocalist, so that's like the first thing I look for in a band. And I am really, really into like guttural vocals. You know what I mean? And when I just remember hearing it and I was just like, holy fucking shit. This is like the heaviest shit I've ever heard. Like,
yeah.
Because, I mean, the only other bands that were doing anything like that were like Waking the Cadaver. But I mean, like, Waking the Cadaver was not great. You know what I mean? Like, they had,
they were doing their thing. I think they're a pretty good band. The vocalist, like you said, he had a very strong voice, and he was
very experimental with it. He was very experimental with the his gutturals, and for me, that's just stick to what you're good at. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear somebody that sounds like crickets, but I will say when Waking the Cadaver was around, I was into Waking the Cadaver. You know what I mean? Because that was the time.
Oh, they were huge, man. They got a huge pop when they came out.
Yeah, it was just like one of those Job for a Cowboy bands. You know what I mean? That blew the fuck off of.
No, they had. I guess they were sort of almost the first like meme. They had the frosted wheat or whatever.
Oh,
video
shredded wheat.
out. And so they got a little hype off of that, but they backed it up, and I definitely enjoyed their later releases a little more. I think they.
Yeah. After they perfected the sound, it was far better. But I will say that their lead singer kind of struck me as like a Jersey Shore like bro dude. You know what I mean?
Matt?
No.
I was like, I thought you were talking about Matt from
No.
Like, that dude's over here all the time, and I'm like always like, Matt, sing me some.
Yeah, our singer's.
Yeah, he's like got the most amazing voice. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's just like genuinely brute. Like, you're like, God damn, it's heavy as balls. Like,
I actually saw you guys. I saw you guys play with. I think it was in Fort Lauderdale at some metal fest, and Maruda was there. Success was there.
It was. Did the Network play too? Was it that show?
It was like festival thing. There was like, I think it was like 2 days. Yeah, it was like 2 days of grind. I remember you guys played and then Success played.
Oh, it was super late too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I think that was actually, was it in Fort Myers? Was that show?
Yeah. I knew it was a Fort something.
Yeah.
I traveled.
The SWATs guys, John Collette, shout out to that guy. Hopefully he's checking out. But yeah, SWATs was a really sick band.
Yeah. And so I remember somebody got fucking maced at that show. And the whole place was just filled with mace, and everybody had to fucking.
Yeah, I was in there. I forget who was playing at the time, but yeah, I just remember breathing heavy, you know, and thinking something was kind of fucked up. And I started choking, and I thought it was just me. And I started looking around, and everyone's choking, you know. And
but yeah,
I out of the venue, and yeah, good times.
I actually drove from Tampa to Fort Myers and got a hotel just to see you guys that night.
Yeah,
like,
wild.
I had seen Maruda before. I had seen SWATs before. I forget who else was on that bill. I know that it was loaded.
There was a band, Intestinal Strangulation. They were like a death metal band. They were on tour at the time. I remember those guys drove from California. They were pretty rad.
I actually got another interview coming up in the future from a band called The Nightmare Affair, and they played that show as well. I met those guys. They actually came back and stayed at our hotel and shit, and it's just like some really spazzy like mathcore shit. It was really dope. It was awesome. Yeah, that show was sick as fuck for me, and I was bummed because I couldn't pick up any merch or anything from you guys, but it was definitely fucking sick as shit, and it kind of just cemented, you know, all the years of like liking you guys and then being able to see it. It was fucking awesome.
That's sick, man. That's fucking awesome you were there. That's cool, man. Yeah, I remember that night now that you bring it up like so vividly, being in that place. And I guess getting maced too will make you help you remember.
So, what would you say that you guys is like when you first started out? What were your main influences? Because I will say that your guys' music has significantly changed, but you guys still stick to your, you know, like your style. You know what I mean? But from like the Chapter series you guys put out and now, you know, shit's definitely changed. Have you had any like lineup changes or anything like that?
From the two, I guess, albums or the EPs that were out from Chapters, we switched drummers. There was 2 different drummers, and I guess writing with those drummers and you know, just the 2 years of playing, like you said, we evolved a little bit. You know, there was a shift in our sound, and there continue to be. You know, I think if we recorded now, we'd probably even sound, you know, different from the last recording. But yeah, I think a drummer switch and practicing a little bit more probably made the second recording sound different.
Yeah. So, what would you say like your influences were from the beginning?
I'd say when we first started off, we were super into pretty much anything at Relapse on the time. Like we liked Big Destroyer, and Awesome. We were really into Origin, and I think that's where like kind of like the Gravity Blast came into play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were super into what they were doing, and you know, Exhumed and anything like Death Grind at the time. You know, I was really into like Circle of Dead Children.
Yeah, dude. Whatever fucking happened to that band? Are they still around?
Yeah, they were banned. I don't know. They kind of it fizzled out. And I see them pop around. I think they're from Pittsburgh. They'll play like a one-off show every now and then.
I'm gonna shoot them a message.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking slamming. But bands like that, and I think like Terminally Aborted Ghost was a band around the time. I thought they were pretty like-minded. I like them a lot. And yeah, I think that's how we got going. I think the initial what we wanted to do in the beginning was just be a very death metal influenced grind. You know, we wanted to slam. You know, we were into Devourment and those bands.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, we took Devourment a lot. They were pretty like big for us when we were growing up. Just the fucking what was that fucking song? Butcher the Week on the Butcher the Week album. That fucking
Baby Killer and all, you know, all the classics. Damn, like Disgorge too. And you know, like you said, just guttural we were really into guttural slam death metal. You know,
Yeah.
so we wanted to do that, and we wanted to be a little loose with it. You know, we were into like Nasum, Regurgitate, you know, and the Swedish grind bands. So we kind of, you know, wanted that vibe in there too. Little gore grind thrown in the mix, you know, cock and ball torture. Last Days of Humanity. We were really big into those bands too.
Right on. So Dylan, did you have any questions?
What projects you guys got going on now?
Right now, currently I play in a band called 40 Winners. We're more on the metalcore side. We just put out a record this year called Rotting Empire.
Did you say 40 Winters?
Yeah, 40 Winters.
That's been around for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. I was in the initial lineup of that. I started jamming with those guys a couple years ago, I guess, when their lineup fell through.
Right on.
But I wrote with them on this last record, and we put that out. And me and Matt, vocalist of Implosive, are currently forming a new project. It's going to be pretty much along the lines of what we're doing with Implosive Disgorgence, but we kind of just wanted to rebrand and add in some new elements, you know? So I think we're looking forward to doing that, and hopefully we'll get something new out really soon.
Fuck yeah.
Where are you guys out of?
We're based out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Fort Lauderdale.
So, do you guys, does Implosive still, like, play at all?
We actually just did a couple shows a couple months ago. We went up to New York, and we met up with Mother Brain, which is it's former members of Partisan Turbine and Revenants.
Right on.
Those are some bands that we toured with before, and so we linked up with Mother Brain, and we played New York, we did New Jersey, and we did Boston. And I think a month or two before that, we played Miami with Magruder Grind. And those shows went over really well. And we'll definitely still accept offers when they come in. You know, we do like playing.
So how many like tours have you guys been on?
I think we did 3 full tours as Implosive Disgorgence.
And who did you tour with for those 3 tours?
The first tour we did was with My Better End and the Phalanx. And the second tour we did was with the Acacia Strain, Despised Icon, Tony Danza, and Full Blown Chaos.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Sick ass lineup.
That
was that just like fucking like surreal the entire fucking time?
That was amazing. We ended up linking up with that tour. We did the I guess Southeast regional leg of it. So we did 9 days. And every show was just sick. You know, I'm pretty sure everyone sold out. You know, it was Acacia Strain was fucking hot at the time. I think they were still touring Deadwalk really hard. I think Continent was about to come out.
Yeah, Dylan.
And, Spies Icon. Yeah. I think Ill's a Modern Man. They were touring that record.
You realize
so most of those bands were just blowing up. So every show was like packed. It was crazy.
Didn't we go to that show?
I didn't make it because I was too bitter.
It was at you guys played the Orpheum in Tampa, right?
Yeah, yes we did.
Yeah, so I was at that show.
Yeah, we were supposed to play that show.
It was fucking crazy. Yeah. Every one of those bands were stellar.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
I think Dylan has the flyer from that show.
Fucking crazy.
So.
But
we actually
after that tour, we did one more with Revenants and Partisan Turbine from New York.
Right on. Tell me you have the flyer, Dylan.
So I keep everything. I'm like a So let me see.
Oh man, your camera's backwards, but yeah.
Dude, I definitely see it.
King
man.
Conquer. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was.
Esteban was eaten.
Oh, dude, that's a See You Next Tuesday show. Full Blown Chaos.
Jesus.
Rhodes Funeral. Yep.
So I booked that show when I was working for a company called the Ghost Agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah, I worked for the Ghost Agency because I would make them flyers and shit. And since I would do that for them, they would slip us on to really sick shows. And do you remember that band, The Power of the Lion?
No, I don't.
They played that Metal Fest show too. That was the guy who ran the Ghost Agency. But yeah, long story short, we didn't get to play that show because they wanted us to sell tickets or something, and I was like, well, I'm not fucking selling tickets. I'm promoting the entire fucking show. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to my head or something, and I ended up not getting on the bill. And
we really sucked too, so it was probably good we didn't play.
But yeah, man, that's fucking crazy. I forgot all about that.
Man, that's sick. You had that flyer, man. That's fucking awesome. I wish I would have kept more of that stuff, man. I had a whole box. Like I used to I tried my best to hold on to flyers and whatnot. I lost most of it. You know, I got a few random pieces here and there.
I'll make you a copy and send it to you.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
It's actually a ticket, so that's.
Yeah, they had me print out the tickets, and then they're like, yeah, just print them out. And make sure you don't copy any of them or anything, but so that they're usable at the door or some shit like that. And I was just like, what the fuck ever, man, I'll do it.
That's crazy. I didn't realize they were even on that one. It's been hanging in my living room forever, so.
Yeah, I like to pretend that I played that show. So, why don't you guys, we like to do like fucking tour time story hour. So why don't you guys grace us with a fucking something crazy that happened to you guys on the road?
I think the one that comes up the most actually, the last lineup, we were actually all together for probably the first time in a while, was the Dillinger Escape Plan show a couple nights ago.
Yeah, I was there.
And, yeah, there's the four of us were together. Corey's actually listening in right now, our bass player. He's in the chat section, so say what's up to Corey. But
Corey.
yeah,
So,
I think the story that comes up the most is we were on the Revenants tour and we were driving. I think we were in Virginia, and we were driving along and we heard a phone ringing in the back, and we didn't think anything of it. Everyone's sleeping, whatever. And Corey picks up the phone, and it's Eric. Eric is our drummer, and he's like, "Hey, you guys left me." And Corey's like, "Oh, screw you, man." Hung up the phone. And so his phone starts blowing up again. So he answers it, and he actually checks, and yeah, Eric's missing. Eric's not in the van with us.
Yeah, Corey says that you left him in another state.
we had stopped about 40, 50 minutes earlier to that at a rest stop, and Eric hopped out to go to the bathroom and didn't get back in time. And he didn't have his phone with him. He had nothing. It was the winter time. It was January. He was wearing shorts. I don't think he had his jacket. He had no money. So he basically just had to wait at this rest stop and beg people that came by to use their phone and call anyone whose number he knew by memory and try to hunt us down. I guess it took him about an hour or so before we realized that he wasn't there. So yeah, we had to backtrack and go pick him up, and yeah, it was a sight to see him sitting there in the cold, waiting for us. There's that, and I think another one that comes up a lot is on the Tony Danza tour. I guess bands, we use the water bottle in the van trick a lot, so you don't pull over.
Yeah.
And we drink a lot of Gatorade as well, and lemonade. So,
oh no.
So yeah, I think it was before a show. Matt was kind of in a rush and just really needed a drink, and grabbed a water bottle and took a nice big swig.
Delicious.
Yeah. So it was piss. So he took a nice big swig of piss, but it was his own piss. So
vitamin somehow.
Yeah, that's his. I guess that's how he defends it. It was his own piss, so it wasn't that bad. But he definitely don't wash his big mouth. That happened.
I think it's alleged.
Yeah, so drinking piss, leaving your bandmates, that kind of thing.
Just normal tour things.
Yeah, nothing too wild.
So, out of all the places that you guys played, what would you say is one of the most memorable shows that you've played?
One of them being, Pensacola from the Acacia Strain tour. That one stands out a lot. Just it was wild, and the crowd there for some reason that night was exceptionally crazy, and it just the whole show went off. That was a really good one. Another one that stands out was we played with Pig Destroyer in 2012 in Miami, and that show was another one where it was just a packed house, and I mean Pig Destroyer is playing, so I guess everyone's in a good mood. So it really went off, and
celebration.
Yeah. Yeah, Pig Destroyer was sick.
It might be blasphemy.
The last Grind show we played, actually, for some reason, it stood out. Maybe everyone's in a good mood. They were playing as well, so that show was really good. We used to play at a venue in Fort Lauderdale called the Talent Farm, and I mean there was countless shows there where it was just local shows, but it was just when the scene was really good, and it was just, camaraderie was there. All our friends would come out. And, I mean any show at the Talent Farm was usually a pretty good one.
There was a lot of the scene was pretty good down there back then. I remember that because I remember a lot of bands would come up from Fort Myers, Fort Lauderdale, like down south, and they'd come up and play in Tampa, and they're all phenomenal bands. Mostly honestly, the screamo that was coming out around that time was really good too. Like there's a huge fucking scene down there for that as well. But yeah, everybody misses the better days for sure. It was. You guys said that you were at Dillinger yourselves, and I mean it was weak. Dillinger was the shit, but
yeah,
Saint was weak as fuck.
Who?
St. Pete was weak as fuck.
Oh, just the crowd.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say we saw Cult Leader at that show, and they were fucking brutal.
Yeah. All the bands were fucking sick.
Yeah, I saw your shirt. I was like, dude, that band killed it.
Yeah, but there was
there was
no response from the crowd whatsoever, man. Towards the end of Dillinger, after he jumped into the crowd off the speaker, and then shit started going crazy. It was just people crawling on top of each other. But I was expecting so much more, to be honest.
Dillinger has a really high standard. You know what I mean? Those guys have been fucking. I mean, they're just the top tier band of thrashing out. You expect to see some crazy shit.
Fire breathing.
If those guys went as hard as they always do, they would be dead.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
They can't do what they do every single night. They have to have sort of
third to last show on their tour. They're burnt out, man, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, those guys have to be so sore. I mean,
they sound good though. I thought they sounded great.
It was. Literally, that was one of the best shows, live performances I've ever seen in my life. That shit was fucking killer. Beyond
man, sick. I mean, it was kind of hard to watch, thinking about Dillinger's last show, and even like you said, being there with all your old friends, watching them, and I mean, me myself, I think I was up top in the rafters, I wasn't moshing, so I was like, damn,
Dillinger, as fuck. I was on it. But I was the whole show I was upstairs just chilling, drinking fucking non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, cocktails and fucking watching on the balcony. I'm like, damn, dude, shit's changed. But no, the bands are sick. I mean, I was really excited to see Car Bomb. That was a band.
Yes.
I know everyone in Implosive, we've been fans of them a long time, so see them come down, and we caught them when they were
they're actually blowing up right now.
Tour.
I'm happy that Car Bomb's actually kind of blowing up right now because this tour has given them so much, you know what I mean? And I actually have never heard of Car Bomb until probably a month ago. My buddy runs a Facebook page where he posts just mathcore and shit like that on it. And I checked it out because he was talking about them in such high graces, and I checked it out and it was fucking killer. And then I saw that they were on the Dillinger show, and I was just like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm gonna go check this out. But
yeah, what a great support band! Crazy. Yeah, sure. That's a band. I mean, I got to thank MySpace for Car Bomb. I found them around there. Like I said, I mean, Relapse. I've always been a fan of Relapse. So they put out their first record, and I remember hearing it. I was just like, Jesus, this is just the best mix of Dillinger and Meshuggah.
Yeah,
it's great. And like you said, it's. They seem to have been gone under the radar for so many years, and they put out that release in 2012 as well. It's W/WW, whatever. and it's fucking insane, man. That band is like next level. It is good to see them touring and getting a little support.
Yeah, definitely. So, did you guys ever release anything on vinyl?
No, there was talks about it, and I know a few people are still interested.
Oh, for sure.
And I mean, yeah, it would be great to do it. It'd be cool.
One of the whole reasons that I do this podcast is eventually I would like to fucking monetize this shit, and I would like to get like a storefront where I can actually what I really want to do is I want to go back and like bands like Tower of Rome and like, you know, fucking Psyopus and shit that never put out vinyl but have like great ideas for vinyl. I would love to go back and get like shit repressed, you know, and be able to distribute it and be able to put on shows for everybody and fucking, you know, like kind of put a spark back into the community that everybody shared back in the days of MySpace, because all these bands that were from back then, there's like no content anywhere for any of them.
Yeah, it's hard, and like you said, I guess the technology was sort of newer, you know, so I guess a lot of people weren't taking as much advantage of it.
Oh, for sure. We have like literally no recordings, no video of any show I've ever played, like anything. And I know personally how that feels. It sucks to like not anything that you can go back and nostalgia out on, you know. But I mean, like, that's why like this is important to me, is because I get to, first of all, I get to talk to the fucking people I've been obsessed with like my whole life, like my idols basically, you know, and create content. Like if somebody stumbled across, you know, a fucking Tower of Rome fucking link somewhere and saw the one video they have on YouTube, now when they type fucking Tower of Rome into YouTube, they're going to find another video, you know what I mean? And learn something about the band and actually some kind of something, you know what I mean?
Like you said, just I guess keep that scene well documented, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And like there is a lot of promising like mathcore and grind and shit that is coming out now, but it's like it sucks to know that that's all that people are going to know is the new shit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like deep in torrent files of the internet there is plenty of content, but I mean,
the dark corners of the internet.
Right?
There's a lot lurking out there. It's actually crazy because there's still I mean, if you do search, I'll find bands that, you know, like I may have passed by in like the early 2000s or whatever that fucking are sick.
And actually alternate art I did for the album popped up on the internet too. Like I was like researching Implosive, just, you know, I was like shit, because I'm always trying to like push them to do some more stuff sometimes, and like there's like the army kind of front, it's got like bullets in the back, but I just remember sending it to Jeff when they were like getting ready to do the CD, and they're like, you know, shoot me some art, and I did it, and then they're like,
somehow got attached. I mean, I think a lot of that stuff just gets attached to like the like BitTorrents, you know, it got like
it's just weird. Yeah, it's like
for sure. What do you usually charge for artwork?
Me, it depends on what the layout is, what they want, but like usually not super expensive.
Yeah.
I just don't know if like give out a price and then it's like, you know.
I guess you kind of go to the client, you know.
Yeah.
And
like,
the project.
Yeah, like, you know, it's like I like to design off of like feel, for, you know, like I gotta really be into it, you know. Especially like how you're passionate, how you're doing, like you want to get the bands together. I'm like right there with it, like with the art. Like, I mean, that was like huge important part, you know, of anything, you know. It's like that band is so heavy, like Implosive, you know, you have to match up, you know. Like,
for sure. Because I just kind of had a brilliant idea in which I would like people to do, because like I said, I want to like spawn this into like a brand kind of, and I want the artwork for like our merch, like our shirts that we're gonna get pressed, or like fucking, you know, if we ever end up pressing vinyl or anything like that, like the artwork for that, it would be really fucking sick to get the people who did the artwork for the albums that I was into, you know what I mean? Because like we just interviewed Chris Fox from See You Next Tuesday, and he is a fucking like amazing artist. Like he's a fucking tattoo artist now by trade.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of artwork for Psyopus and shit as well back in the day. And we interviewed Chris Arp as well. So I mean, I want to get Chris to do us some art, but that motherfucker is expensive as fuck. He was talking like fucking $300 to even pick up a pencil. So I mean, yeah, that's definitely a work in progress.
Those are some talented hands, though. I mean, you see him play guitar. I can't imagine what the fuck I have
right,
to paint. And you know what? He's gonna paint it fast. I know that. He's gonna paint it, and there's gonna be a lot of notes.
A lot.
Yeah, but I follow him on Facebook, and I see like him just like his shit that he does on his tablet or whatever, and he just makes like a little video out of it. It's incredible. Like he's so talented. I would love to get fucking tattooed by him one day or some shit. Like that'd be unbelievable for sure. But yeah, the reason I ask is because I've actually sat down yesterday and made 17 thumbnail, or what episode are we on? 15, 16. I made fucking 15 thumbnails last night for our YouTube because I'm trying to get everything in order, and like I'm making like banners and fucking shit like that, and I'd really just rather pay someone else to do all of it.
Well, I'm definitely down.
Link up.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely down. That's like right up my alley. And like, they told me about this. Like, I like researched you guys, and I was like, what? Holy shit, Psyopus. So I was like, man, I remember that. That's like that was a great era music. Like, and I've been a huge fan of Implosive for like a long time. So when he asked me to like, you know, do this, and I was like,
I always said that jokingly. I'm like, hey, why don't you come on? You can probably picture up. You can probably get a job out of it.
Yeah, and I was just like,
oh, look at that.
We're always like just shooting like ideas and stuff like that.
No, and he's always been super supportive of Implosive. That's what I felt, you know, like, I mean, he hooks us up with work, t-shirt designs, immediately works with us.
Yeah,
he's our go-to guy. So
right when you guys went on tour, that pot leaf shirt, big bright green one.
Yeah, pot leaf.
Yeah,
shirt.
I still have it.
Probably
like
our best-selling t-shirt. So that's good advice to bands. Weed merch.
Yeah,
I mean,
it always sets it off.
That's funny because
did your state get it? Because I know we just did, so we're excited.
Everyone's voting on 2. You know, put a pot leaf on your shirt. You're gonna sell it, dude.
We're gonna need it.
Right.
Get lit.
Yeah, eat it up, man.
Get lit.
So we talked to Chris Arp about that too, because I remember I bought a fucking shirt that says "Smoke weed and listen to Psyopus," and I had like some chick ripping a bong on the shirt.
I bet it was one of their best-selling shirts, dude.
I would love to see that.
It's amazing. You put a pot leaf on a shirt, dude, and people fucking want it.
Oh yeah. Like, how would you turn down a pot leaf shirt, right? It's like,
I have a fucking Decrepit Birth shirt that it's army green, just says Decrepit Birth, and just has literally like the stock image of a pot leaf from Google image search on it.
And it's killer, right? Like, it's
I was like, I want that one.
I fucking love it. That's why I Hate God has the best merchandise. I feel like that's like my biggest influence.
Well, I also do graphic design and shit as well. So I mean, like, that marketing and branding and fucking like the imagery is almost as important as the music when it comes to a band. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
right. I'm glad. Yeah, right.
I mean, the way you put up,
you're passionate about it, like, because it's like, I don't know about you, but I know when I design, like, especially referring to like Implosive, like, I'll listen to that band's music. So that's why it makes a huge difference to me. Like, you know, it's like, if I really dig the band, it's gonna, you know, you're really gonna dig deeper into yourself to design something to kind of balance out, you know, both ends.
For sure.
And I was trying to look for a technical term, but I was like, fuck.
So,
it's like,
Josh, do you want to ask your question?
Is a hot dog a sandwich? That's what I want
like
to know.
that question.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is it a sandwich?
No, it's not a sandwich. I mean, it's in the sandwich family, I guess. It's meat between bread. But I'd like to think it is its own thing. You know, you don't order a hot dog sandwich. You know, you just order a hot dog.
I'm gonna say sandwich. I'm gonna say sandwich because I you know, there's been times where, you know, it's like you cut it in half and it's like, hey, you know, it's like, fuck it,
I
right?
don't know,
so it kind of looks like a sandwich.
You know, it's more. I'd say it's closer to like a sub or like a hoagie. It's more on that side, you know.
I would say sandwich as well, because when you look at a menu, it's underneath the sandwiches.
Thank you.
Well, I mean,
valid point.
are you gonna have a hot dog section? Man, it's
It depends. It could be like what a very classy dog-ish.
unless you have unless there's a lot of selections for your toppings, but
This is I think it can go either way, man. It's
I
like
personally think it's a hot dog is a hot dog and it's not a sandwich.
okay, you're right. There you go.
Well,
I think it is.
also, I mean,
it's
if you
almost
saw-
dude, there's not sandwich stands. I mean, hot dog is fucking. It's in demand.
If you saw a hot dog sandwich on a menu, you would expect
What
cut
was
up
it?
hot dogs inside of 2 pieces of bread.
Right?
That's what I mean. I guess
Dude,
that's
I don't know, man. Hot dog, it's its own shit, dude.
Yeah, it's its own.
I know.
I
When
think.
I was in New Orleans like last week, and actually I got like a hot dog, and it looked like a sandwich. To be honest, like for real,
Well,
like
that's New Orleans.
like
you
it
know?
was like presented like a sandwich. So I'm like, holy shit.
Crazy out there.
That's why I'm like,
Can't remember.
feeling it could be a sandwich,
Good
Yeah.
question.
Thank
right?
you. Asking the important shit over here.
Yeah. Dude. The hot-
It was.
Right? That
So-
is. Gotta get deep into it.
Is somebody folding laundry on your couch there, Dylan?
Yeah,
Doing laundry.
she's folding cloth diapers.
Oh.
I don't even know how we look. Like, are we like all just face? Like,
You
'cause
look-
you guys have like an awesome background.
You
Yeah,
look
we're
like you're.
there's
You look
some
like you're.
that are like ask us
You
evil
guys look
questions,
like you are from
Metal
Anonymous
Gear
or something. You're just green.
right? Like that'd be so awesome. Like,
There's a green hue on your
not
faces.
really that noticeable.
It's almost like I have night vision goggles on.
yeah,
That looks
gotta
like-
make sure we look presentable. It's like fit the whole vibe.
Metal Gear, man.
Like a bunch of computer hackers.
Joe,
Right?
Joe brightly says it's clearly pasta because my broke ass puts it in mac and cheese.
Oh shit! Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So, all right, I was talking with my girlfriend today. We are both brushing our teeth, and I want to know what is normal. Do you put your toothbrush underneath the water before you put toothpaste on, or after you put toothpaste on?
Always
Both.
before.
I do
go
it
before.
both.
Yep.
I always
Yep.
get
Yep.
I do
you get
before.
wet first,
Yep,
you know,
that's what I'm
a-
saying.
you know,
I actually
You
do.
know,
I actually do
over it,
both. I
you
do
gotta get wet
before.
first.
I do
Ease it in,
before
like,
and after.
Easy your way in.
Everybody
Like,
said
after the
before.
face.
Josh says he does both.
To wash all of the toothpaste off.
About when you cook ramen noodles, do you put in the seasoning while you're boiling it, or do you wait till you after?
See, that's a weird one.
Yeah,
That's a good
I put the seasoning in the hot water, but I measure out how much
You let it boil in the
soupiness.
hot water.
Well, no,
If
no,
you
no,
boil it in the
no.
water, it only works if you keep the broth in the water instead of pouring it out. Which
Well,
the
what
broth
I
is
do-
the best part, in my opinion.
Right.
The broth is the only part.
Good.
I like soup. I don't like
True.
noodles.
It's true,
It
right? Only
depends.
boiling
The
water,
like, I like to be able to choose, like if I want soup or if I
I
want just
usually-
noodles.
but I
So
don't-
that's
I
nice
mean,
too.
I always put the seasoning in after it's done boiling. You let it,
Yeah.
when it's during the simmering process.
Yes.
So you go from the beginning.
Well,
It
what I
does.
do is I kind of like, if I don't want it too
Gotta
soupy
simmer.
sometimes, I'll strain it into the bowl that I'm going to be eating out of. And then I put the fucking seasoning in the water first and let it dissolve in the water and then throw the noodles in there, mix it up.
Oh shit, dude, you got fucking.
Dude, I
I'm
got
liking
techniques
this.
for this.
What? Should I put like
Yeah,
butter
you put
and
it-
some
I actually-
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I actually just scramble a quick egg after I like dump all the water out and throw an egg in there too.
He worked in a
That's
Chinese
just-
restaurant for a couple of years.
A couple,
Not bad.
yeah.
Tell me.
Okay, we're getting to the real issues now, guys.
That is.
Stand or sit to wipe.
See, this is
Excuse
a.
Is it a lean or is it?
Stand or sit.
Okay,
You-
all right.
you
So
sitting
after
or
you're
you
done
standing?
pinching one.
Yeah.
I mean, just a little lean. I'm still, I'm still gonna remain seated for the whole show.
I hear that.
This is true.
So
I go for, like,
yeah,
the-
I'm relaxing. I'm just trying to get the job done, and when it's finished, I'll get up.
All right, we want to know in the comments section: do you stand or do you sit to wipe your ass?
See, I'm
Because
a bigger guy, man. I go for the 3-point stance.
That's like the best question. I feel it's like so serious. It's like
I stand up. I stand up, man. I'm a big dude. I got to make sure I get everything. But like
So weird.
the weird part about standing to wipe is if you're a sit to wiper and you walk in on somebody who stands to wipe while they're
Oh,
wiping,
yeah.
it just looks like you have your whole hand up your ass. You're standing with like your
It's
legs
embarrassing real
up,
quick.
being weird. But for sure, I feel like I get a cleaner job if I'm standing.
But if you stand, doesn't it like mush
Yeah, like pinches, right? Then you just-
Pancakes it.
You put one leg on the bathtub.
Make a shit sandwich, literally.
You put one leg on the bathtub. And when you sit on the toilet, you gotta pull one butt cheek out each side, so that way
It's a fucking bathtub when you're taking a shit at the mall.
It's true.
then you use the toilet.
Oh my gosh.
Plus, I like to look at my shit after I shit.
It's art. It's art. I
I
get
mean, who doesn't? I mean, you have to give a look. I mean, you're
Yeah,
crazy if you say
it's
don't
your
look.
creation.
Everyone looks.
it. Yeah, you have to.
Gotta make
And
sure you're
everyone's
healthy.
Probably taken one picture or two. I mean, everyone's had that one
Yeah.
impressive one where you're just like, damn, like that's
You're like,
I gotta
somebody-
someone has to see this.
Somebody's
be like,
gonna get it for Christmas or something.
Oh,
That happens to me like twice a week where I'm just like, I almost want to call my girlfriend in to look at it.
You
that's
should.
funny.
I'm sure she's thrilled every time.
My fiance, sorry, not my girlfriend.
Get it? Yeah, Ashley and I, when you talk about your is a hot dog a sandwich, Ashley said earlier that chili was considered soup.
What the fuck's that got to do with anything?
I mean, it's usually. I mean,
Chili's
it's part of
not
the
soup.
menu. It's
Don't
usually
you
part
need-
of the lineup for soup of the week. You'll usually get a chili on a Thursday or something, you know.
True.
So, I mean,
I
I
thought-
might have to soup on that one.
I thought soup had to consist of some kind of broth.
I thought chili's not soup to me.
No, I don't classify
Anything in
it
a
as-
bowl that's like mush and or
I guess, yeah, it's kind of its own thing. It's not right. Yeah, I
Right.
think the broth. You were right with that.
All right, Josh, fire on him with the big question.
All right, so would you rather fight a single horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I'm going for the little guys, the 100
100.
duck-sized horses.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, strength in numbers, though. You got to remember, you know.
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah.
downfall.
Actually, I don't know, because you get the one big one, you just shoot it in the heart, and
Well, you don't got a gun.
I'll take
No,
both ways.
this is hand-to-hand
Just-
combat.
This is hand-to-hand combat, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I have to sleep on this one. I don't know. This is tough.
I'm ready to go for it right now. Get that second win, right?
Okay, arms for legs or legs for arms. You have to have one for the rest of your life. You either have to have arms for legs or legs for arms. So you have either 4 hands and 4 arms or 4 sets of legs and feet.
I'm going 4 arms, dude.
Gotta be spider monkey and all
Yeah, are
over
you
things
kidding
and
me
like
with the monkey hands? and
Yeah.
the- yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I think.
crab walking. You can play guitar still.
I mean, I could
You play guitar.
Corey, you're out of the band for sure. Now I got guitar and bass.
Boom,
Like,
done.
if you're listening, Corey, you're fired.
Done.
Yeah.
Write that check. You are out.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going with the hands on the feet.
That's awesome. Hey, I thought of a good idea. That should be our graphic for our shirts.
Right?
It should be a horse-sized duck and a bunch of and 100 duck-sized horses backing it up.
That'd be hilarious.
With feet
I was
for
actually
hands.
Oh my God.
I was hanging out with my fiance's little sister. She came over for the weekend or whatever, and we were watching YouTube videos, streaming them to our TV, and we just made like a huge playlist. And she watches like all these people who like vlog and stream and shit all over YouTube, and you know, just stupid content like. But this guy did a Q&A with his fucking grandma, and he asked the horse-sized duck question, and he asked the legs for arm question.
It's fucking copywritten. That's Josh's.
Damn.
No, see, I think the horse-sized duck thing comes from deep in the internet somewhere. But legs for arms, that I made that
That's
up.
scary, man. It's fucking copyright. You need to get on those guys.
Yeah. For real. That sucks. There's
There's probably a lot of money to be made there, so you need to get on.
yeah, I agree.
All right, so
Damn.
this question is to be answered individually. Okay, so you're chilling in a park or somewhere, and a fucking treasure chest falls from the sky and lands at your feet. Now inside of this treasure chest, it's a magic treasure chest, and inside this is any ingredient you could ever want in your entire life. Just every ingredient in the world is inside of this treasure chest to make the perfect sandwich. What are you putting on it?
Well, I mean, me, I'm. Ooh.
Like you could put macaroni and cheese, fucking bacon, like chicken nuggets, whatever the fuck you want.
Honestly, dude, I'm probably just going straight Elvis style and going like a peanut butter, banana, honey. I mean, if it's the last sandwich ever, maybe some bacon, some crazy like that.
The last sandwich in the world.
Well, I'd say honey, oats, bananas, peanut butter. I mean, that's my thing. Dude.
What kind of peanut butter?
Last sandwich ever eat. Oh, some fluff in there, some marshmallows.
Are you a crunchy or creamy guy?
Crunchy.
Natural?
Oh, I like it in between. I like a fine, like.
You like a good mixture.
Yeah, but if I had to go the split, crunchy peanut butter for sure. Honey roasted. I am a,
nice.
I need honey roasted. Honey roasted crunchy.
Yeah. Crunchy all the way, man.
Yeah, just give me the jar of peanut butter. That's probably the only ingredient I really need.
Put a little Hershey syrup in that.
Yeah, I'm cool.
I put that in some bread. That's some good stuff.
Wait, what's your ultimate sandwich?
Mine probably be peanut butter and chocolate.
There's peanut butter and chocolate. He just wants Reese's to fall out of the sky.
Pretty much. I got the body to prove it.
I'm a fast break guy.
Right? It's like that's the most amazing sandwich.
Speaking of, I mean, what size shirt are you guys? You like extra larges or larges?
XXL, 3X.
Because I have a couple Implosive shirts from the shows that we did in New York, and they're only big guy sizes.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna have like a 2X, an X, maybe a 3X. So I'll definitely link up with you guys and send them out.
See, we're actually going to get to that later in the interview where I beg you for merch.
Yeah, you changed those off. They're pretty badass.
But yeah, dude, I got you guys.
Well, what we try to do is when we do get merch, we try to give it away to viewers. So like if they like and comment, we'll just we'll do a random drawing and give out vinyl, and we try to give everything we get back. I do. Nick just kind of bogarts everything, and
I like the horde.
It's gotta have the perks.
I'll send what I have. I have a few extra, just random. I know big guy sizes.
Cool.
I'll send an extra one or two. If there's anyone viewing that would like one, they can contact you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I just was completely confused by what Josh is doing right now. What is that? One of those like blue cigarettes or something?
No, that's my e-cig. My cat. I got up because my cat decided to knock over a lamp and broke the light bulb in it. So I was over there picking up glass and.
Right now.
I feel you on the cats. There's like
we're also going to do a
yeah.
giveaway if we catch Josh's cat taking a shit while we do our podcast. Then we'll give a giveaway too. So
You're giving away the shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The litter box is behind Josh, so if we catch it on video, then we're doing a giveaway. So
Completely.
It's an awesome prize.
One of these days.
Hey, it's a giveaway box.
Right?
It's like whatever's in the box.
Right? It's true.
We should
It's a
put
little
merch
mystery.
inside the litter box, and whatever it takes the shit on is what we give.
Boom. You have been chosen.
The reason it hasn't happened yet is because I have 2 litter boxes, so it's like 50-50 when they go to shit.
Yeah, I like it.
How many cats are in total there?
There's 2.
2 cats. All right.
We got 3.
Nice.
Trying to one up you.
3.5. One of them's a plus size.
Yeah.
And that also is plus size bathrooms.
Yeah.
So we got some nice gifts we can give away over here.
Yeah, we cater to all.
So this question is individual as well. You are packing to leave for a desert island for the rest of your life.
Who would want to do that?
Well, I'm just saying. This is
I
completely.
don't know, man. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Like the current state of the world,
Right? It's like, is it Trump free?
where are they going?
To a desert island.
Oh, a desert island. Okay.
Okay, so you're allowed to bring one type of food that you eat for the rest of your life, one album to listen to for the rest of your life, one piece of survival equipment for the rest of your life. And what's another good one, Dylan?
I think that's it. That's good enough.
It wouldn't be a desert if you had all the fucking things you wanted.
No, you're packing. You're packing.
I'm liking this desert already.
More like a paradise, you're saying.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so what would be your album of choice that you have to listen to for the rest of your life? You're like mine. iTunes.
If there was one album I'd have to take with me, man, it's tough.
I know. I was like, oof. I hope I don't have to answer that question.
Whatever it is, you're gonna get sick of it.
I know.
We hold no judgment. It doesn't have to
Not
be
necessarily. If you do it tastefully, I feel. You know what I mean?
You know what? It's an island too, man. So
I would go like a live Santana vinyl.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of like some good island music because I gotta fit live. I can't be out there listening to Deicide, on a tropical island for the rest of my life.
Although you could keep it real.
I would go with the Alanis Morissette Greatest Hits.
Okay, that's pretty good. You got some chill.
You lie.
Lesbian vibe on the beach.
Yeah, like honestly, wow, for something that I can listen to for the rest of my life, this one album.
Let's go to the food. What are we eating for the rest of our life?
No, I say you got to answer it. Like you got to pick. Right? You said Alanis Morissette. I'm gonna go with for me probably 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine.
Or I would go with that neckbeard guy that does the Smash Mouth cover.
Guy Fieri.
What was that? That's ICP.
Oh,
the Adele cover.
That'd be great. The Riddle Box.
Yeah, I'm taking the fourth ICP album. That's the good one. Right?
Jekyll Brothers.
Yeah.
I hope the survivor.
Yeah, I'm taking the Great Melenko with me.
You know what? It would be a bomb ass time out there.
Yeah, I get some laughs out of it for sure.
You know what? I feel like that's actually a good route. Like, you know what I mean?
And that could double as a survival tool.
Keep
I had the Great Melenko.
And it's basically war paint because no one's gonna fuck with you because you're a wicked juggalo.
I want tacos. I mean, I can live off tacos. I think. Be happy with that.
Tacos.
If they could set up a taco stand for me and put on the Great Melenko a few times a day.
Yeah.
I'd probably be cool on that island.
And you know what? I actually might have to come hang out on your island. Like I'd be like,
you can chill. There's enough room for everyone.
So what would your survival?
Got a whole lifetime supply.
Yeah, I'm feeling the tacos. Like, definitely for sure. It's convenient. You can roll it up. It's like you can run on the go, or if you want to just
I could eat
relax, right? You mix it up. Anything, tortilla.
A survival tool though, like a flamethrower or something like that.
Well, it doesn't have to.
Yes.
Anything you want.
Something.
A flamethrower, rocket launcher.
It could be a
tank.
Does that classify as survival tool?
Hey, you're gonna survive in a tank. I think. So I'm going with the tank.
It's his tool.
So a tank, tacos, and Great Melenko.
I thought survivor tools were like machetes, flints. Like
I'm gonna go with a chainsaw. You gotta have a chainsaw.
All right,
your island sounds so badass.
What is it called? The Dark Carnival, or what's the ICP?
Yeah, the Dark Carnival.
Yeah,
I think
it's gonna be the Dark Island. We're gonna take it over. Island of Souls. It's gonna be just like brutality.
And it is like a Master P tank too. It was like gold plated.
Oh yeah, everything's like straight gold out. I'm
tacos,
gold nail polish.
Yeah.
A gold plated Master P tank on Desert Island, listening to the Great Melenko on loop.
Right? Like, how would you not want to be there? I want a holographic image of DMX.
I want somebody to draw a picture of this. How would you question?
Could the tank just have a PA system that you can play ICP from?
Oh my god, that'd be incredible.
Right? So you can go anywhere on the island and have the music with you.
Well, I'm gonna have the music fire out of the cannon. So if I see an enemy, I'm gonna be able to project singles at them, ICP singles.
Multiple copies.
Yeah, and I think it'll pretty much take down what I need it to.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be so awesome.
All right, so I hate to get like political on you guys, but the election did just happen.
Yeah,
that's why we're smoking weed. It just got passed in Florida. Thank you.
And we voted on 2.
Yep. That's right. Take it up. Fire it up.
They're chronically ill.
Yep. I just got PSD or whatever that diseases.
You got it.
Yes, 4, we got that.
Yep.
From the island.
Yes.
PTSD from this conversation.
Speak to my doctor.
So you guys have.
Yeah, I guess politics.
Did y'all vote for president?
Yes, won't get going to who did not vote for Trump. Didn't vote for Trump. Kind of a shock from the results there. I mean, but it is what it is.
I agree, right? It's like, fuck it, man. I'm so sick of hearing that shit, man. Ain't no we can fucking
Yeah,
do.
I mean, I don't really invest too much time into it.
Shit.
I've been sort of like looking past it. It's, I don't know, wasn't not really my thing. So I just kind of
We'll just
I think
steamroll past this part of the conversation.
I think that's why Trump won. Is because there's no you say you didn't vote for Trump, which I believe, but there's no enthusiasm in saying who you voted for. There's enthusiastic Trump voters for sure, but there wasn't a lot of enthusiasm with the Hillary brigade.
Yeah.
That's probably what the main factor was and why he won. I would say.
No, definitely. I mean, I would say I guess you could say he had a more obviously more supportive crowd. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like I said, I don't look into it too much. The whole politics thing. I guess I just have to see what's out there. I just don't personally like Trump. The personality behind it, all the hate that's going on, and I guess he has good ideas. As far as being a businessman, I just don't think he's the right person to talk to people. He's not the guy that I want to put in times of war to have to address people, because people don't trust him. And people are scared right now in the country. And it shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't be scared of the president. People shouldn't be in fear, no matter, his intentions, whatever. I don't think they're, horrible, but I just don't think he's the best person to represent the country as a whole. I think he's a great financial advisor, give him a job in the business end, but don't let him talk to everyone.
For real, get out of this limelight,
bro. Picking fights with celebrities on Twitter, and just his character, it just brings down the whole country. And in that sense of just who he is, I really do hope he does a great job, because we're all in this, I mean, this is America, is everyone's future. So I can only hope for the best, and I hope he does a great job.
Way to fuck up the vibe, Nick.
All right.
Seriously, why did you drop that kind of hammer? Nobody wants to talk about the douchebag that got in office.
No, it's we kind of have to, but
I know it's true. It's just nobody's gonna be happy no matter who's in office.
It's not, and everyone has their points,
exactly,
and there are positive points, and he's.
I feel like everybody's a crook. Everyone's I don't know. It's the same shit on both ends. It just sucks, man. It's no we can do. Hope for the best. Right? Maybe I'll make some good grindcore music.
Oh, music.
Maybe do Implosive, right? Because it'll spark a lot of hatred, being God damn, man.
Yeah, the vibe out there right now,
right?
Is definitely some aggression.
Talking about global warming doesn't exist.
Music should definitely benefit from this, and people should incorporate this shit.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna all the best grind is gonna come out in the next 4 years.
Music's gonna be really pissed off.
Right? Everyone's gonna be man, that was the most amazing album. It's yeah, I believe that.
So if there was a biography or autobiography written about you, what would the title of your book be? The title of a book that represents your life.
Oh shit, I got that. For me, it would be Who the Fuck is Bart Seltzer? That is exactly what I would want as my own personal book, for sure, 100%.
That's exactly.
I don't know about you, but that's for me. Oh my god, yes, I love the cat. It's so awesome. They're like cat fanatics here. Oh. It's
so
she's petite.
What kind of legacy do you want Implosive Disgorgence? Hold on.
I want to hear his answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A title of my book.
Get her done.
Mine would be spread some cheese on this cracker.
Spread.
Because I need some fucking money.
That. You can be I'm Jeff fucking Stevenson.
Question form.
Right? Yeah, like, what kind of book is this? Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. What fucking book is this?
Yeah, right? Like, what jackass wrote this shit?
What asshole wrote this book?
There you go. Okay, Dylan, go ahead.
What would you want for somebody brand new to listen to Implosive Disgorgence? What would you want them to take away from the music?
The intensity, I guess. The whole point of Implosive was, be intense. I'd like that to come across. I hope they listen to it, and I hope it's just like, powerful.
Now, for someone brand new to listen to the band, what song would you introduce them to first? What would be the first song you would introduce the band to? Or introduce the person to?
Definitely one of the chapters, that's for sure. I just put the entire chapter saga on.
Probably chapter 2. I think chapter 2 is our best, most well-received song. It starts off not too abrasive, it's a catchy riff, and it slowly builds. Maybe chapter 1 if I just wanted to shock them right away.
Definitely. Well, I definitely got the intensity straight away when I first heard you guys. Like, I was just like, like waiting for that. That's what I was waiting for the entire time. Because I was always just like I said, I was a vocalist. I was really into like fucking guttural vocals. So I was just like, I really want to hear some fucking like really, really good grind, not like boring grind and not like boring vocals. Like I don't like for me, I like a band like Dying Fetus, for instance. Amazing musician, like respected in the community and shit, but like when you go see Dying Fetus, it's just a fucking like bald dude standing there doing nothing. Like that's not what I want. Energy with my fucking music. I want like I want like the slammy bounciness of like slam grind vocal. You know what I mean? But laid on top of just like some really fast fucking heavy shit, And that's when I found it, I was just like, this is it. This is the fucking holy grail of what I'm looking for at this point in my life right now. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. I mean, Dying Fetus was a big influence on us, and I think Matt's vocals in general. I think he's in a kind of a similar range to that guy, and it's a big selling point to our band. I wish Matt was here to talk more about it, but his vocals are a big part of what makes us, Implosive Disgorgence. Yeah.
For sure, the 100%. Like, it's kind of like Chris Arpis to Psyopus, but I mean, like that's pretty much any vocalist is supposed to be that for their band. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, he's definitely the ideal, like you said. He's the vocalist you want in your band, and in and out of the band as well. As far as the music, he's just a well-rounded guy. Couldn't work with someone better. And,
the vocalist, he's the vocalist I would like imitate when I was trying to start bands. You know what I mean? Like that's what I sound like.
I've heard people say that, and I've heard like people give him, those props, and I mean, it's funny to say, he's the vocalist I worked with within my band, but I honestly think he's a world-class death metal vocalist. I would put him up there, like you said, with John Gallagher, Dying Fetus, and with those guys, and I think he can hang. I think if that guy won't need to sit out a tour, they can call up Matt and he can throw it down. So I was. It's always an honor to have gotten to meet him and work with him.
Right on. So, let's talk about 40 Winters for a little bit.
Sure.
Are you guys putting anything out? Is there anything coming up for you guys, like tour-wise or anything in general that you'd like to put out?
Yeah, we just put out a newer record. We put it out at the end of August. It's called Rotting Empire. It's the first full length that I wrote with them. We're looking to promote that hard. We're planning tours right now. We got something in the works. We're going to be announcing soon. And seeking, we're looking to do any sort of touring. We just did Puerto Rico, which was really awesome. We got to do South America and Central America as well.
What's that like?
It's amazing, man. The crowd over there is super receptive. and they support you. I mean, the first time we went to Panama, we got to the show, and we sold out of our merch before we played. And during our set, you look out and they're wearing your shirts. So it's different there. Like they're super supportive, and it's a great scene.
For sure. I mean that it was really weird because I used to be in a band called Chainsaw Teeth. That was a complete fucking joke. Like it was literally my friend Justin Carrico and I had a drum set in my fucking shed that I had acquired somehow. He didn't know how to play fucking drums, and I could barely play acoustic guitar. So my little sister had an electric guitar for some reason. I found a fucking amp that was just like a fucking starter amp. And we got together and we hung a digital camera from the fucking string on a garage that like the garage door. We hung it right there, and we had the ability to start and stop at the same time. Like just from being friends, we knew when it was coming and when it needed to stop and start. And we just wanted to blast out like 40 fucking 20-second songs. You know what
Perfect.
I mean? So,
that's what you need for grind. Just know when to start and know when to stop.
Yeah. So,
life.
Those it's like a painter's mask, but it's kind of like a half of a gas mask.
Yeah, it just has a little filter on it.
Yeah. Well, I pulled out the front of it and I stuck a microphone in the front of it so I could like play guitar and have that on my head at the same time, and it would like really muffle your fucking vocals and shit, make them sound weird. So he wore one and I wore one. We had dual vocals. It was a 2-piece grind band that could only start and stop at the same time. And we recorded fucking like 45 songs on this digital camera, and they sounded like complete fucking garbage. And then we went through and did the typical grindcore thing where we just named each song like like an inside joke or like something like that, and we added clips to it. None of them even had vocal like lyrics or anything like that. It was just like, just guttural noises inside of a fucking painter's mask. And we got in touch with some guys from Fort Lauderdale that were in a band called the Mark of Buddha back in the day. And I think it was like one of the it was either Fort Myers or Fort Lauderdale or one of the forts down there in bottom of Florida.
Like Fort Myers.
Yeah, and these guys had a fucking distribution, like they distributed fucking music and shit all over the fucking world, and they would just do tapes, like they just put shit on tapes and fucking send it across the fucking world. And these fucking kids in like fucking Borneo or some fucking crazy shit. It was either in South America or in like fucking Borneo. I forget where it was, but they fucking found our MySpace. And they had shirts that they made themselves and just wrote Chainsaw Teeth on them with fucking Sharpie. And they were like begging us to send them shirts, and they thought we were like this huge fucking band and shit.
Sick.
That's awesome.
It really went to my head to know that there's something I took 45 minutes of my time, and it's in another fucking country right now, and somebody else is stoked on it. So
it's amazing. It's amazing when people reach out like that. We've from Implosive, we had a few people who've reached out from overseas and continue to do so. It's still like crazy when I get like like you said, like requests from like Germany or something, and someone's still trying to track down the Chapters EP.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Art is art.
For sure. And I know that if I ever get this fucking rolling and I can actually get vinyl pressed and shit like that, I would love to put that shit on vinyl, man. Like, I would absolutely fucking love to. That should be sick.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be amazing to see that. Like to have vinyl pressed it's crazy. It's crazy holding it. I feel like that's the ultimate format to hold. Being a musician when you're handed that vinyl. It really feels like a record. It's like damn, like
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's definitely super rewarding.
Nice
the artwork, and if you get like splurge on like fucking some sick color vinyl, and then like only print 500 of them, so it's like it means something to have one. You know what I mean? Like it's just vinyl is so much cooler than everything else.
It just creates for such a nice collection piece. Yeah.
tribute to the band. You know, it's like you really showcases like what you've accomplished. You know what your music's about. And, it's like
it expands it. You know, it gives
it's
a
like
nice big piece of artwork. You know, and
it's like how awesome would we have like a nice big implosive like vinyl just boom like right. It's like showcase it. It's like yep.
And I'm like really hype on like the little extras. You know what I mean? Like if somebody puts a fucking sticker in a record or some shit, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I got a sticker. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude, I love that.
Nothing, but like even what's Shed for You? When Chris gave us the Shed vinyl, and there was like I have one from their first pressing, and one that was their absolute last show that they had the last bit of their vinyl or whatever. And each and every fucking sleeve is fucking different and hand printed and shit like that. And in the farewell show one, they all hand wrote little fucking notes and put it in their vinyl that said, like, thanks for all the love and support and blah, 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 blah. And like, that's like one of my most fucking cherished items just because of a fucking little shitty handwritten note by somebody that like I know personally. You know what I mean? It's like it's not even like, some huge band or some shit, but it was just that moment in my life. Like Shed for You was fucking huge for me,
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It just means something else to have that vinyl and those little extras and that, like, that's what I want to put out. That's what I want to produce. And it's like, I've been in so many bands and none of them have worked out or whatever, for whatever reason or whatever. And like, this is my tie to the music community still. You know what I mean? Like, this is what keeps me in the loop and gets to be a part of everything still, because it's hard to find musicians that, want to stick with something for that long. Or, I'm fucking 30 years old now, like going on tour and leaving my life behind is like a fantasy, but not a reality anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard, and like you said, I admire the bands that can stick it out and do it. I mean, getting out there and touring and it's an uphill battle. It's super hard financially. It's like suicide in most cases. So yeah, to the bands that pull it off and make it work, man, you're amazing. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a big thing with us when we hit the road a few times. It's you see like it's tough out there, and I think it's even gotten harder the last couple of years for bands
for sure
out there. It's tough.
All right, guys. Well, we're coming up on I think like an hour. I forget when we started this, but do you guys want to maybe grace us with one more tour story or something of that nature, and then we can say goodbye?
Sure. Here's a pretty good one. If any of the Partisan Turbine guys are listening, when we did the tour with them and Revenants, I think it was in Virginia. I think we had played. The band Abacab played. You guys remember them?
Yes.
Yeah, I played with them, and it was after the show. We were all hanging out. It's a winter tour, so it's freezing outside. And the guitarist from Partisan Turbine, I guess, thought it'd be a really good idea. He wanted to impress everyone, and got between the trailers of a crowd of probably about 20 people, and took a steaming shit in the snow. So yeah, he squatted in front of the whole tour package and shit, and we all watched it steaming in the snow together, and we still talk about that. We still talk about that shit to this day.
The infamous steaming.
Thanks, Fish. Thank you for shitting in front of everybody.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you so much for coming on. Thanks for hanging tight when we were, having a delay here in the beginning, and it's been awesome. Thanks so much, and have a good night.
Thank you guys for having us. I mean, it was a pleasure. I mean, it's awesome for people to still reach out and show support for this band. Thank you to anyone that happened to catch us or catch the podcast. Thanks again for supporting. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it'll definitely be on YouTube after this as well. So it's gonna be around. You know what I mean? So
it's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll be sharing it.
But yeah, it's been awesome, guys. Good luck with 40 Winters, and good luck with your graphic design.
Thank you.
I hope the best for you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
See you guys.
Take care, man. Peace.
Just go ahead and end the call. There you go. Those nice guys.
Is Josh
Yeah.
still there? I can't see him.
Yeah, he's
see
still there.
me.
He's hiding in the dark.
Lurking.
I'm a lurker.
Chili is considered a stew, by the way.
Stew.
Lou wanted to call in. I don't know if he's still watching. He's in our contacts, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
You want to see what Lou's up to?
Sure.
Nice guys. 3XL shirts, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. Yeah, I was fucking really bummed about not being able to get merch when I saw them.
I actually got a Tony Danza shirt from that show because they had like the Bass Pro Shop.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Dude, can you believe this though? Those little ticket. Look at the bands on there. Full Blown Chaos. See you next Tuesday. Rose Funeral. Implosive Disgorgence. This is the Apocalypse. Must Not Kill. King Conqueror. Esteban was eaten. $12. $12 in 2009 for a fucking show like that. That's the awesome part.
Josh, is Lou's number just a number in here, or is he in our contacts?
I wonder if I could.
Do you know,
him.
Josh?
I could add him. I just added him to the call.
He's already got it.
I got a beautiful picture.
He's got what?
I got.
He's already fucking calling him.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know I could.
Because it's on the screen.
All I see is Bart Seltzer.
Wow. Lou.
Oh, he's not on, maybe.
Josh is the wizard.
He's still pulling strings over there.
he's hacked the mainframe.
Lou, you there? What's up? No, Lou. All right, guys. So, do we have anything else we wanted to talk about?
Who's coming up next weekend? I'm sorry, dude. My fucking... Were they not in Worry? Who was in Worry?
No. That's the guys from the Great Redneck Hope. Next week we have From a Second Story Window.
Okay.
The guitar player. Don't quote me. I think his name's Derek, but my phone died, so I can't check my facts. Yeah, actually, I've been chatting with him a little bit. He thought tonight was his interview, and he sent me a message at 9 o'clock. He's like, "So what's going on, man? Like, I thought we were gonna do this interview." I was like, "Nah, buddy, that's next week." So, yeah, he seems like a really fucking nice guy too. That should be a pretty good interview, especially because From a Second Story Window, they You there, Lou?
Yeah, just switched to my computer. Can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, that should be a pretty sick interview. So next week, tune in for From a Second Story Windows guitar player. And what's going on in the world of Lou today?
Went for a run today for my clients and just home watching movies.
You got your video? Yeah. You got that video?
Video of what?
Click the video camera.
Your webcam.
Oh yeah, I do. Give me a sec.
Put your clothes on.
Oh yeah.
Put your willy away.
I'm like butt naked too. Know what I mean?
Oh, Lou, it's good to see your face, bud.
Oh yeah. Y'all can see me fine.
It's got a better webcam than both of you.
I know.
What, you want my equipment, son?
What webcam do you use?
It's a Logitech.
920?
Yeah, same as mine. Same as mine, probably.
Nah, I chose Microsoft.
Setup.
That was Microsoft. Yeah, he's got that garbage Razer keyboard.
Man, Lou is living in the future with Josh. Me and Dylan are over here on some fucking Discord shit.
No, I got a Logitech webcam.
Which one?
That one.
There's an HD, like, 1080
Yeah,
Oh,
resolution one that's like
I'm ordering the HD
Almost.
1080p 920
yeah.
on day tomorrow.
That's
I'm
what I
ordering,
have. I think. I don't know.
and I'm gonna order the
I don't think you need a microphone, dude. It sounds good.
It
no.
it has a mic on the webcam though too. Like I don't
Yeah, but
use it,
I
but
watched reviews and it didn't seem too good.
Hmm?
I want that clear fucking I'm on the radio fucking voice.
you gotta
Like,
get you a condenser
You need a
mic.
fucking. You need a padded room. That's what you need. All it
Yeah.
is the echo in the room.
well, I'm ordering a toner something or other condenser mic with boom stand, pop filter, phantom power, and the whole shebango for $60 on eBay. And then I'm ordering the HD Logitech 920 webcam, and that's also about $50. So
I didn't know Amazon accepted, I don't know Best Buy accepted EBT.
no, I'm getting on with my wrist money.
Hey, what's that?
Look at the whip of the wrist.
Hey, what are they charging you? What'd your friend get you?
Oh, the discount? No, he has to wait till his probationary period is over. So I'm just gonna order the shit off Amazon because I have Amazon Prime or whatever, so I can just get it in like 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
Big money.
Yeah. So next week is gonna be official.
Then you'll have fucking problems like I had.
Yeah. Well, I still really can't do much until I get my computer back from Josh.
Wow.
Wow, what happened to your computer? Josh,
Porn.
you fucking it up, man.
Porn.
I got like I have
probably-
4 prehistoric towers. I have like 4 towers from the early 2000s.
They suck, dude. They're so
It's
garbage.
called Tower of Porn. Towers of Porn.
Tower's fucking Rome.
Tower of Porn.
The Tower of Rub.
Oh man, y'all.
So I'm trying to get Josh to make me a decent computer out of 4 shitty computers.
Which is damn near impossible.
Hey Josh, can you SLI it?
Nah. That is it's before even SLI was even in existence.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Hey Nick, I think your monitors are trash. Your towers are garbage.
I don't know. Maybe I can find like a decent computer on Craigslist or something. But I only really need it for 2 things. I need it for streaming software, and I need it to play Rust. And that's it.
Don't buy the webcam and a microphone. Wait till Black Friday and go fucking chill at Walmart and get you a Black Friday deal.
Or Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
Damn, you all right as fuck.
Yeah.
You ain't got no fucking job. Just go fucking chill out in front of Best Buy and wait for that shit.
And sell your spot in line, dude. Sell your spot for like $100.
Go camping right now, dude.
That's actually a good idea.
Do
Go
it, dude.
camping.
Yeah, maybe I will wait. But this is my big check, so I mean, I wouldn't be hurting. I wouldn't be hurt if I bought
My
it right
next
now.
check's gonna be big too.
No, but really, I mean, they might have a deal on everything. That way you're not paying full cost.
Well, yeah, Cyber Monday. I'm sure that's just gonna be on sale on like Amazon or something.
Hey Josh,
What's up, man?
The world's
got
small.
that moolah? Josh is like, I got that big check.
That big check coming, bro. Working fucking 52 hours, getting paid overtime.
Bro, get it, son.
Dude, overtime
Oh, yeah.
sucks.
I'm just planning on buying a bunch of car parts for mine.
Dude,
Man,
Dylan's up to muscle car. Like
to go back to work.
Like
I can't-
nothing is beastly.
It's okay. It's getting there.
I probably shouldn't talk about it online, but I'm speaking with a lawyer about this workers' comp shit or whatever.
You should. Absolutely.
Well, the whole gimmick and deal is I'm gonna get a fucking car out of this shit. Like that's what's gonna happen. Like I need a fucking car. And I'm talking to this lawyer and he's telling me that with my potential settlement, there's loaning companies that will loan you money before you get your settlement. And since I don't have a car right now, that's a reason to get a loan.
Those
like-
commercials. I need my money or some shit.
I'm not called JG Wentworth.
It's my money and I need it now.
877 cash out. 877 cash out.
That's such an entitled piece of shit. That's my money and I need it now. Like, that's my government funded money that I need right now.
Oh
So
shit.
I'm gonna come to you, man, because you know what?
JG Wentworth.
This whole spiel is my fucking company's fault. It's all their fault. 100 motherfucking % their fault that I got hurt and that I have to collect this shit because they forced me to go to the fucking hospital because they wanted me to take a drug test. So by forcing me to go to the fucking hospital, they forced me to go on to workers' comp, and then I can't work when I'm on workers' comp, so they fucking got rid of my position. So now, fuck yeah, I'm on workers' comp. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? You got rid of my fucking position.
I don't think they can fire on workers' comp, though, can they?
I work for a temp agency.
So you can just get rid of you whenever they
Technically,
want.
I still work for the temp agency, even though I don't have any work. They didn't fire me from the temp agency. They ended my
Contract
job
or whatever.
Yeah, my contract or whatever at AquaCal. So I'm in a fucking loophole.
Wow.
But I mean, shit, they can, if they want to fucking try to take my workers' comp away from me, they're A, gonna have a lawsuit on their hands, and B, I'm just gonna collect fucking unemployment on them after that. So
Are you still going to the doctor?
yeah, I have an MRI this week.
Good. You're going to get fucking full 100% disability for this shit.
The rest of my life.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Frank
No,
Gallagher.
I would go fucking crazy, dude. I'm already going crazy. I can't sit here, man. It's
Yeah.
to the
Shit.
point. It's to the point where I'm like, I want to just go work with and be hurt, but I know that if I go work while I'm hurt, I'm just gonna fuck up my chances of getting what I deserve out of this. You know?
Why don't you go volunteer with somebody?
The fuck are you talking? What you fucking volunteer, motherfucker? What?
No, like, whatever.
Yeah, let me just go fucking work for free. No.
Did you ever fucking... Haven't you ever heard of karma, Nicholas? You of all people. You put out good, you get good.
I put out plenty of good, and I don't get shit.
Ugh.
Pay it forward, son. Pay it forward.
Okay. You know, you can go work with fucking Tampa Bay Watch and build fucking oyster cages at Fort DeSoto Park.
Maybe I saw that this cemetery down the street was hiring for a groundskeeper. Maybe I'll go apply for that.
Jesus Christ.
I'll let Grave Gnosis shoot a video.
Jesus, Nick.
Oh yeah,
What-
I talked to the dude from Grave, I talked to Kane from Grave, and he's gonna give us some shirts for the giveaway too, because I know that they have a lot of followers that follow us as well. Because
You
of
actually fucking talked to him again?
that. Yeah, he's a nice dude. He's just an intense dude.
Just like, no,
Dylan's just so silent.
no comment. No comment from Dylan.
He's a nice dude, but he's an intense dude.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you guys, it's getting close to midnight, so what do you say?
I'll work tomorrow.
Yeah, I know you guys got grown folk business to take care of.
Oh man, dude, don't even get me started on that shit. Fucking nonsense. Josh, how's the job?
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's IT. Not
Putting some
great.
HCP in there? Not great.
Not great, not terrible.
Well, at least,
It's something.
yeah, mine's terrible, bro.
Why?
You know, you're like allowed to look for another job while you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did look for one and had an interview this Thursday actually. So looking forward to it.
I definitely want to stick it out for like a couple more months at least for
Like probation?
I need Josh to teach me how to be a computer wizard so I can get a computer wizard job.
It's all about this, man. It's all about this.
To work Skype.
It's all about this, bro.
Hey, we never discussed the fucking the contest.
Oh, I thought we got away with it.
Oh man.
What contest? What's going on?
Lou, we're gonna figure out a contest that we're all gonna have. It's gonna be us three. And for Josh's punishment, if he loses, he has to do a shirtless hardcore vocal tutorial and put it on YouTube.
It started out with me having to do with a vocal cover.
But it's just
It's so
funnier when Josh.
Man, I'm not sure if that's I remember I had a picture of Josh and Aaron in the in one of those like super tight shirt, like bright ass colored. It's like 1980 themed, and they were playing guitar at skate park Tampa.
It was a hoagie show.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if anything could top that though. Nothing could top that.
That's your punishment, Nick.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but there's nothing more humiliating than had been in the hoagies. He's lived the peak of his humiliation.
You got to buy yourself a slave outfit and walk down
Oh fuck! You kidding me?
one of them crazy roads.
Central.
No.
Central.
No, further
Yes.
south. Further south than
Yes.
Central.
Yeah, no, Central.
No, further
gotta-
south is actually.
In
Even
Central
worse.
would kind of be acceptable, but like Josh wants me to do it in the ghetto.
I just want you to plug sheep's clothing as you're fucking doing it.
Actually, you just walk through the streets with a MAGA hat on, "Make America Great Again," and fucking
Oh,
you're there.
I could just go to Pride in a slave outfit with a leather mask on with a sheep's clothing flag
no, you have to have Maggie's got to walk you around Central
on a leash.
on a leash, and she's got to be wearing a sheepsclothing.com shirt with a horse-sized duck on. Josh, you weren't here for that. So our logo for shirts is going to be a horse-sized duck, and then 100 duck-sized horses in the background.
A horse-sized duck. What? I'm so confused. Okay, a horse-sized duck and 100 duck-sized horse.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that makes total sense.
What the fuck? All right, guys.
That's your punishment. So next week you can determine mine. And
Well,
then-
Dylan, you just remember that if that's my punishment, you can only imagine what yours is going to be.
Dylan, you got to go work on Nick's car for him.
What, non-existent car?
You got to flip
That's-
the bill for the dart.
That's the worst fucking punishment ever.
I know.
That's so fucked. It's Eugene's fault. I hope you guys know this.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about the man who sailed a boat with
Car batteries.
trolley motor, like got stuck in the bay. But
I think you should just do the slave outfit with Maggie walking you down the road anyways.
I'll run it by Maggie. We'll see what's up.
Just for publicity for the show. And then,
That's the wrong kind of publicity I'm looking for.
and then on your ass, it has to say live, and then on your butthole, it's got to say at 9 and then your little get pack can say sheep's clothing on it.
I want to make podcasting great again hats.
Make podcast great. Is
I
this
haven't heard
considered?
from you guys.
What do you say, Dylan?
I said,
What's
go
up?
ahead,
With?
Dylan. Sorry. Nothing.
Is this considered a podcast?
In my opinion, I would say it's more of a vlog cast. But
I couldn't
you
even tell
can.
you.
There are video podcasting. Basically, what we do is we create a podcast, but then we also take the route of video because with video you become more relatable characters to your audience. You know what I mean? Like with just audio, you would just hear our voices, and yeah, it would probably look way more professional and be awesome. That's why I want to get onto podcasting sites with our shit, and that's down the road a little bit. I'm looking into a lot of crazy shit right now. And doing a lot of fucking research on successful podcasting and shit like that. But my main goal is Spotify. I want our audio edited and on Spotify. So we can make it sound professional, cut out a lot of the ums and duh, blah, and all that shit. And eventually this live content will be just a benefit of liking our Facebook page.
then why don't you make the YouTube? Here, check it out. You make the YouTube, you burn it on Audacity, and then chop and screw it to however the fuck you want.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
But I have to have a computer to do any of that. So that's why we're at a standstill. Is because I'm using my girlfriend's computer. That's why I can't create graphic design. I can't make images. I can't do anything. Anything I can do on my phone is the extent of my ability. She just lets me use her Mac for Sundays.
Hey, Black Friday, dude.
Yeah. So if you're watching and you have a nice computer at home that you want to donate, reach us at the number flashing.
I don't think we have. Yeah, we got 4 viewers. We're good.
But yeah, let's wrap this one up, guys. It's fucking midnight.
So yeah.
Yeah, midnight.
For it again.
The keyboard just doesn't make sense anymore.
Hey, Dylan, you failed me for once, though.
I love it because during awkward silence.
I thought you're supposed to be like plaster with the vinyls.
Huh?
Your wall supposed to be plaster with vinyls. What happened?
Those fucking frames are expensive.
Yeah.
Not even just frames. I'm just talking about like
frames are more expensive than the vinyls themselves.
Seriously.
Oh, dude, I saw it. It's like freaking $40. I'm like, what the fuck?
Nah, there's got to be cheaper ones on Amazon or something.
Yeah, they make cheap ones at Michael's.
Oh, dude, I need to get some.
You need to hang them better.
Shut up! I got a 3-year-old, and you won't stop touching him. He just like runs up and down the couch.
Hang them a little bit higher.
He's like fucking 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
Craziness. All right, guys. I will talk to you
Time
later.
to end the show.
Yeah.
All right, bye, guys.
Next week on the Second Story Window. Like us on YouTube. All that shit.
We still got the vinyl giveaway too at 500. So.
Yeah. Love you guys.
See you.
Deuces.